Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I'm starting my Christmas mix, and I thought I would do 4 of these for the grandkids. I'm sure you've done them before, nice triangular boxes. They're perfect at this time of the year. I've used retired stamp set called So Santa, and I've coloured them up in blends to match. And the sentiment comes from the same thing. The ribbons retired. The only thing new is the nice papers, and they are called Shining Christmas, and they're beautiful. You get lots of them. One side is real shiny, so I'm sure it'll do your head in. The other side is nice matted decoration, but lovely and Christmassy. So that is what we're going to do today. If you're interested, what you need is 11 inches long by 4 1/4 wide, and your scoreboard. You're going to need a scoreboard. So you want to butt that up to the top, and we're just going to start by folding this in half, and if you push it right in there, you'll get, you'll show yourself you didn't cut it straight like I didn't. So just fold that in half, just butt them up and score it in half, and then you want to go in with your pencil now and mark it at 2 1/8, which is just one wee notch past the 2 inches there, and just mark it with a pencil. You can also mark your crease. I'm going to mark it for you. You may not need to mark it, but I want you to be able to see where I'm scoring down to. So I'm just marking that score line. And you need to do that on both sides. So the score line will be okay, but mark this up here at 2 1/8. And that should... Oh, I'm trying to put my pencil in there like I need you. So now you want to go to the top mark that you made and line it up with this mark. And if you're like me, you've put a gold line or a white line, whatever colour, so that you know that is your centre line, and you can follow that for these kind of awkward score lines. So I have that one lined up, that one lined up. I'm going to go in now and just give it a nice wee score. And swish it over and do the same. So from this line to this line, make sure they're all in that central point. And whenever you're happy, do your score. Don't move it. Swish it round, do the same. And the same here. Whoops. So that is your score lines. You can see them nicely shining there. And you have another wee piece which is going to line the bottom. This is not the matching piece. I just had a wee bit of leftover, so I'm going to use it. It only needs to be 1 inch wide by about 4 3/4. Excuse me. And you're just going to fold it in half. I don't advise you to score it because, as I told you before, you never get a true middle when you're scoring. So just butt it up. Try and get the 2 edges up. Should do alright. I'm just going to do some burnishing. So these will fold in on that fold that you made, or that score line. You can give it a burnish if you want, but it depends on the paper you're using. Use your discretion. So they should point right down. Make sure they go right down to that wee notch. Both sides of that paper is pretty nice. I don't normally go for a lot of green at Christmas. Don't know why, especially that mossy green. So, but I did like the finish. So now we have our wee our inch piece that was folded in half, and we're just going to stick it onto this so that it shows up the opposite side nice and red at the bottom. So just put glue on and then do it. So decide yourself what kind of glue or tape or whatever, and just put a wee trail of it. More so to the top line that will be joining on. one to the center, and then across the top of that one. It is very shiny paper, so be aware. So just pop that in, just a wee bit of both sides. Open it up, and we're going to fold these ones on the inside. And as I say, it's shiny paper. It does take that wee bit longer to stick. So if you think you want to add more glue to it, or even a dry glue, just make sure they're stuck before you go any further. I'm going to wait a wee second, come straight back to you, just to make sure it's taken. So that seems to be dried enough now, and I've given it another wee score so that these points are all sitting nicely at both sides. So now you want to close it up. You can put your wee treats in there if you want. You want to close it up so that the both are coming nicely together there, and then you need to punch a hole. So hold them and get your punch, whatever you're using. I'm sliding this in this way so I can see where I'm putting that hole. I should let you see it too, huh? So punch a hole a wee bit down, just about 1/4 of an inch down. Hold that steady, turn it round and grip the other one. And pop that one out to give you room, and just make sure you're happy with where it's coming together. Make sure all your wee points are where they should be. Sorry for the noise, there's a bit of work going on outside. So again, go in there and go down about 1/4 of an inch. And that's your two sides done. What we can do now is thread a bit of ribbon through. I'm using this one this time. This is a cherry cobbler which matches the colours, but I'm sure there's cherry cobbler available somewhere or other. Or use a nice white or sparkly or green or whatever you have. Get all your stuff out and use it up. So you want to pull that through and then feed it through the other side. It's best to go in at one at a time. It makes it easier. Pull it through and it'll make the wee triangle box take its shape for you. And then just balance those in length, roughly. So your closure will be going to the back. Make sure your wee boxes at the end are nice and neat. And then just tie it in a bow. A bow or a knot or whatever. If you're going to hang it in the tree, do it an extra bow up the top and it'll hang for the kitty winkles. Just be sure and balance out your bows at the top. Just twist it so it's sitting away there. So then you want to decorate it. And what we're going to do here is you it the right way and then get you inside. Make sure your corners are going, covering both sides. And this, as I said, I've it punched out, coloured in, matching the cherry cobbler card and colours of my blends. We're just going to, well actually we'll stick this one on first so we know where we're going. They are cute wee boxes. They'll hold those chocolate balls. They'll hold maybe wee mini cookies. It just depends on what you want to pop in there. And then just pop this on the top. And that is your boxes done. So if you could cut them down to 4 inches. I've gone 4 1/4. You could cut it down to 4 inches wide and maybe a 3 out of a sheet. So if you were doing lots of them, I've added a wee bit of Wink of Stella here and there just to lift the colours. You probably can't see it on there. I cut these at a diagonal just for a wee bit different rather than just straight. And it's so simple, isn't it? Like, it's a really good start to your Christmas making. So I'll have everything listed below. There's not a lot to list, more or less just the nice papers. So get your stash out, have a wee go and make some up. And I'll catch us all again next week. Bye.